Next, we're going to talk about permutations and combinations. Okay, when I talk about a permutation is where order matters. Okay. So if I want to line you guys up in the class to give presentations and it's different if one of you goes first versus if somebody else goes first. Okay, which is different from a combination, which is where I'm just making a group and order does not matter. Get my hand on this thing the right way. So out of the 15 of you in the class, I just want to make a group of 3. Okay, or I just want to make a group of 6 and I want to know how many ways I can do that. Versus making a batting lineup for the baseball team. Or maybe I'm making officers for my club. And it's different if you're chosen for president than if you're chosen for secretary. Those are different things. Okay, order matters in those cases. If I just need a group of a certain size, order doesn't matter. That's a combination. Okay. When we're writing and finding a permutation, okay, capital P for permutation. N is how many people or items are on my list to start with. R is how many I'm selecting for that order. Okay. And if I want in PR, I guess I'll call that, maybe I have 12. Okay, let's not put a number there yet because my goal was to give you the formula. Okay, on the top, I have n factorial. On the bottom, it's n minus r factorial. So maybe I have 12 guys on my baseball team. Okay, I'm traveling with a minimalist kind of group there. Okay, I need to make a batting lineup. And it's not Little League where everybody gets to bat, so that means I need to put 9 guys in order from first batter to 9th batter. Now if I get to lead off versus if you get to lead off, those are different orders. So I know I'm dealing with a permutation here. I put numbers when I want ends, and I put ends when I want numbers. Okay, so there's 12 guys on my team, and I'm putting 9 of them in order. Now, if we wanted to write this out like we did in the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we would say we're starting with 12 guys to choose from, and once I've selected 1, there's 11 left, and then there's 10, and then there's 9, and then there's 8, 7, 6, 5, and then 4. And I would multiply these all together. If I want to write that as a permutation, there's 12 factorial on top and 12 minus 9 factorial on the bottom, which is 3 factorial. And that says 3 factorial, which is exactly this right here. Because if I get to the 3, 2, 1, 12 factorial would be this. On the bottom, I would have 3 factorial, which is this. And those guys are gone. And so we have that black string of numbers, which I do not think that I had a calculator earlier when I made these notes. And so that's a really big number. That's a whole lot of options there that I have. Okay. Maybe of our 15 people in statistics class, we're going to call ourselves the statistics club and we're going to make officers. Okay, we're going to vote for the president, the vice president, the secretary, and the treasurer. Now, when we say order is important, that means there's a hierarchy. So again, if I am on the list, it's different for me to be chosen as president than it is as the vice president or any of the other 2 offices. Okay. So what I would have here is out of the 15 people in our class, we are selecting 4 of them, which means I have 15 factorial on top and 15 minus 4 factorial on the bottom. And we don't have to figure out what those really enormous numbers are. In fact, some of the older calculators did not used to do these at all. So depending, um, we're gonna, I don't know what I was gonna say with that, but if we wanted to write this out the long way, we know that 15 factorial starts at 15 and goes 14, 13, 12 all the way down to 1. 11 factorial on the bottom goes 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice what happens here. All I really have to do is get out my calculator and take 15 times 14 times 13 times 12, which this old clunker on my table might spit out if I hit the buttons right. That's 32,760 ways. Okay, out of our 15 stat students, if we are going to select officers, there are more than 32,000 ways that we could do that. Okay, just from the group that we have that usually sits in room 7 with us. Permutations, when order matters, those numbers get very large in a very big hurry. I'm going to go ahead and let this video load. My internet at home is slow, and then we'll do combinations in the next video.